far during this tournament. Most of them get like sub an hour. Oh, we already got started here. Now, first off with this kind of entry point with the run, a lot of these levels are going to be just almost immediately skipped, due to the simple fact that the first two worlds in Donkey Kong Country 3 have what are known as warp barrels, as seen from Bluepen here. And basically, when you take these barrels, this just drops you right at the end there. This shaves off like several minutes of just going through these levels. And the interesting thing is that when it comes to these warp barrels, they're only in the first two worlds. So once they get past like these early game levels and start getting to worlds 3 and 4, then it's going to be all execution from there on out. Granted, they're still going to have to be careful with the first boss, because that first boss is kind of tricky to mess up. Well, not tricky to mess up, I should say it's easy to mess up. Not too much of a difference between the two runners. Bluepen's got a slight head start here, but we'll all see just soon enough once they get to World 3 or 4 on how much of a lead either runner's gonna have here. A dang barrel enemy just pestering one of them. Yeah, I'd say this is going to be a pretty quick race for both of these runners. I do indeed wish them both good luck and good RNG for some of these later levels. Speaking of which, this is a bit of a tricky first boss, because you gotta knock the bugs right into its mouth, and if you're not careful, you kinda mess that up, but if you're good enough at this, you can do it in a 2-cycle, I believe. Bluepen kinda messed up on the second one there, but I think this third one's gonna be okay for him. Oh, just barely. Doumeis gets it on a 2-cycle there, and Bluepen gets it on his third. So now Doumeis got the slight advantage here. They head their way over to world number 2. Another thing I should point out is they're both playing on the Japanese version of Donkey Kong Country 3, and with a lot of Japanese version of SNES titles, it comes with a lot of glitches that were patched out from the American version. I believe one of them involves the first Mechanos fight on World 4, and a few other minor glitches here and there that's possible with this Japanese version. Well, Doumeis was just quite fast enough, but he still got the warp barrel. Usually, in order to get that warp there, without getting hurt, you have to do a very quick roll past the rats there to get enough speed to be ahead of the bees there. Bluepen's getting caught back up from the time he lost on the boss, but Doumeis not that far behind. We got the last level here in World 2. Thankfully, they don't have to do much of anything with this level that involve the elephant, since they could just get the warp barrel and get out. We are the second boss here. Big ol' spider guy. Bluepen and Doumeis are going to be utilizing a bit of teamwork here to quickly get to the barrel and get back down before the spider can fully utilize any of its attacks. A very quick kill from Bluepen there. Let's see if Doumeis can get this quick kill as well. Ooh! That's gonna set him back. Got hit on that last hit there. It's gonna cost him a bit of time. Though thankfully not too much time was lost. Now, typically, with these, when it comes to these runners, well, actually, with not just the runners, but any of the categories with speedrunning, runners will usually go for the mechanical level first, aka World 4, and then head to World 3. Usually, it's just typically faster to do it in that order, given the layout of these levels. If Bluepen gets this just right, we should see a damage boost here. Oh, wait, not here, but later on the level. Ooh, but he got hit on the way up. Just the midway point. What a very nice, quick way through there. Doumeis isn't too far behind here, and Bluepen utilizing a damage boost to get higher up there. Okay, here is the damage boost. Utilizing that saves a lot of time on this level. Doumeis also utilizing the damage boost there, while Bluepen is in the tube level here. He's mostly going to be sticking to on the ground as opposed to on the rails. Saves just a bit of time. We got both of them in this tunnel now. So hopefully Bluepen doesn't get hit on this run, otherwise, or not this run, on this level, otherwise he's gonna have to start all over. But thankfully, didn't have too much trouble. Onto one of the game's auto-scrollers here. One slight trick that both of these runners are going to be utilizing here is avoiding hitting any of the rats here. While it does make things easier with traversing the level, hitting any of the rats actually loses 2 frames per rat. So in this case, saving the animals is the best course of action. Man, so far these two have been pretty neck and neck in terms of just progressing through here. I was curious to see how well they're going to do close to the end here. Well, so far so good. Neither one of them has jumped on any of the rats. Oh. Well. There goes one. So far, so good. Nothing too out of the ordinary here. Bluepen's almost at the end here. Though Doumeis not too far behind. And there we go, Bluepen just got through, and Doumeis not too far. If I also watch closely here with Bluepen when he's spinning into those chombers, ordinarily you'd get bit if you tried to spin into them, but if you, for just a frame, turn the other way and then spin into them, the game will think that you're spinning into their backs instead of their front. It's a bit of an odd glitch, but it saves a few seconds if you're trying to just barrel through them. At the same time, it's a very risky maneuver because, again, it's like just a few short frames to executing it, and if you get it wrong, well, there goes a Kong. Man, these two are just blazing through these levels. Bluepen just got finished, and on his way... next one, into the low-gravity tunnel. Some people don't really like this level just due to the low gravity, but I find it pretty interesting. Of the many gimmicks that exist in this game, this one's probably the most interesting for me. All the same, Bluepen's gotta be careful with these high jumps here. Thankfully, utilizing Dixie's helicopter really makes traversing this place just that much easier. Oh, Doumeis taking a death there. That's gonna set him back. Thankfully, I think it was just right at the beginning, so he didn't lose too much time. So far, so good for Bluepen. I believe he's right at the end here. And also taking a damage boost just to get through this part quickly, and there we go. He's gonna be on his way to the boss. As I mentioned before, given that this is the Japanese version of Donkey Kong Country 3, Bluepen's more than likely going to be utilizing a trick known as the infinite buddy jump, I think that's what it's called. And just basically jumping off as many times as they can off of Mechanica's head, just to get past this fight rather quickly. Although, unfortunately, they just lost Kitty, so they're going to have to play through this normally. Doumeis almost at the end here, and are they going to be utilizing the damage boost too? Nope, they're playing it safe. Let's see if Doumeis can get the strat here where Bluepen couldn't. Oh, that's an interesting strat. Utilizing the kitty roll just to get up there. I believe Bluepen's got one more hit before the boss is down, and Doumeis only got 3 more. Yep, boss is done for Bluepen. Doumeis still got a couple more hits to go here. Are they gonna utilize the strat? Nope. Well, Bluepen's on his way through World 3 now. With the first of many underwater levels to come. This one's relatively straightforward, just a lot of careful maneuvering and getting the right synchronization with the enemy spawns here. Doumeis had a pretty quick fight there, all things considered. They're not far behind. Oh, you can't do the team throws on the Japanese version? Huh. Well, I thought that was the case. Maybe it's the English version that has the team throws. The way Bluepen's at the end here. Slight trouble seeing what Bluepen's doing here, but it looks like he's more or less blazing through this level and doing a bit of damage boosting to skip parts here. Bluepen doing another damage boost to skip another rather tedious section of this level. A lot of damage boost is... that damage boost is... the boosts for this level. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with Bluepen's stream, but something's causing him to lose a few frames here. This level right here is very fun to watch, just to see how quickly runners can go through this level. I believe Doumeis is almost at the end here, though I think he's playing it safe. Oh, but he fell down. Oh, and he took a life too! Oh, that's gonna set him back. Bluepen's playing it safe there. With enough speed from bashing those guys, you could just entirely skip that last part of the ropes and just swim right to the end. I thought this somewhat tedious level here, but with Dixie here, you can more or less skip some parts of here. Yeah, some parts of it. Doumeis making it to the end of the previous level and now on his way through the one Bluepen just got through. So far, so good. Utilizing another damage boost. Hitting Dixie right back. Another damage boost. Nicely done. Just gotta be careful of that last part there, and he's done. And onto a slightly annoying level here. I don't quite remember the name of this level in English, I just know it's you gotta feed the fish. But so far, if you follow this exact path and just keep at your speed, you should be fine in terms of keeping the fish fed while avoiding anything that might upset its stomach. I think all things considered, this is a pretty consistent route to go through when it comes to this level. Just gotta be careful. It's just, you always think that when he gets that close to enemies, you think the fish is gonna eat him, but nope. Too quick for it. Nicely done by Bluepen getting through all of that. Meanwhile, Doumeis is at the tail end of the Barrel Canyon there. Well, Bluepen heads to a very snooze-worthy boss fight. Am I sticking to the route very well here? And Bluepen making short work of And that's World 3 done for Bluepen. He's got both skis, so now he can head to World 5 and 6. Just 3 more worlds to go. Beep beep. And here is what I consider another fun level to watch people just speed through. TNT guys coming even close to near you. Doumeis on the fight with the World 3 boss now. And look at him go. He's a speedy boy. believe Doumeis is almost finished with the boss here. He's a good, I want to say, 1, maybe 2 levels behind. Now making his way over to World 5. Bluepen almost at the end here. Oh, but he takes a hit, but gets Dixie right back. And he's done with that level. Doumeis also blazing through the rope level here. Oh, but he takes a hit. Bluepen utilizing a bit of teamwork here to bypass some of these barrel jumps. These barrels also have a weird bit of a hitbox when it comes to jumping on top of them. Not exactly the easiest to actually land on. Just trying to use a bit of teamwork there to get up higher. And nicely done. I believe this enemy here is called Crack Shot, but I could be wrong. I also believe that, I think between Donkey Kong Country 2 and 3, Donkey Kong Country 3's shoot, the name's losing me here. But the platform webs it shoots out has a slightly slower delay in terms of deploying than the one in Donkey Kong Country 2. So Bluepen's gotta be careful here if he's trying to go through here this quickly. Am I now on the waterfall barrel level? Yeah, Webwoods, yeah. And the way Bluepen's now done with the level. The rate Bluepen's going, I'm almost suspecting he might get like sub 50 or something. Am I doing a very nice teamwork there? Didn't take him nearly as long as it did Bluepen. Let be known from this level alone that penguins are evil. Or at the very least, they don't like monkeys. He just... hate using the words so much, but I'm just blazing through it. Now there's one interesting trick here you can do with the boss, in that when you lose your life here, if you press the start button just as it's fading out, you can essentially skip the fight. But I think it's like a 1-2 frame window that you can pull it off. I'd also say that between 4 to 5 tries is about how much it would take to just do it the vanilla way. So if he doesn't get it in the next, like, 3-4 tries, he'd probably just be better off doing it the normal way. Can you get it? Oh, he gets it! Nice! It's not exactly an easy trick to pull off, but if you can do it consistently, it saves a lot of time. Bluepen now on World 6 here. I had going really fast past these guys. I believe with some of these, like, B placements here, so long as you're hugging the wall, you can actually just go right past them. Now in the case of that one right there, you actually do need the barrel. Just gonna be careful, wait for him. See if Doumeis is gonna go for the trick as well. No, Doumeis is just gonna play it out normally. Or not. They're gonna get the glitch. Nope. Try number 2. Bluepen finishing the level as Doumeis working on the snowman fight here. And he gets it on his 3rd try. Only slightly faster than how Bluepen did it, but still nicely done. Ah yes, everyone's favorite vertical level here. I've seen a couple test runs of this game just on any %, and even on this level, the test bot just has to wait. It's making some pretty good progress so far. Just gotta be real careful in some of these parts here. Don't want to go too fast. It does take a damage boost. Not sure if that one was intentional or not, but at the very least he made through. Lost another Kong, but he's got to be careful. Playing it safe, and makes it. Very nice. I would say that Doumeis made some pretty good catch-up time here, though he's still got to go through the vertical level of hell here. It's any wonder those helicopter Kremlins don't get sick from trying to fly like that. Bluepen finally made it through that vertical level. I think everyone can agree that level is just the worst when it comes to any percent. There's no way to just speed through it. Interesting fact with this level here, while it is dark, you can still see where you're going, albeit slightly hard, but so long as you know where the route is, it's not too hard. I don't think he paused during any of that, those, like, charges with on guard. It's very impressive. Now, Bluepen going through what I like to call the animal parade level. It's like you going through every animal companion in the game here. Bar a few, I think. Ooh, nice water bounce there from Bluepen. Essentially skipping having to jump up there. It was a very quick execution. Nice teamwork jump there. And a damage boost. Doumeis now making his way through the dark water level. Very quick level for Bluepen there. Let's just see how well he does with this boss. Nice, nice. Ooh, nicely done. Didn't have to wait for the squids there. Nice, just gotta get the sweet spot and just keep attacking the boss. Very quick fight for Bluepen. It's probably the fastest I've seen. With 5 and 6 done, out comes the last, well, technically last level here that's not a secret world. Looks like he's opting to do a solo Dixie route through here. Though he may grab Kitty at some point just as security. Doumeis trying to do the jump there, and gets it. As well as the damage boost, nicely done. Oh, he did skip the Kitty there. That's that level done. I believe this one's called the Ghostly Caverns? All I know is it got those annoying ghost barrels. By now on his fight with the Barnacle Wet boss here. Just like Bluepen getting that quick second phase. Can he get to the... Yep, there he goes. I'll try to damage boost into the coin, but missed it just by a few milliseconds. But I mean, either way, that was a quick fight for him. Bluepen utilizing the few pause buffer here just to get the barrel in the right spot. And gets it done. Next comes what is arguably the hardest level in the game. Well, one of the hardest levels in the game, if you're a casual player here. And even then, it's still pretty hard trying to do this in an 80% speedrun. I mean, sometimes that lightning's trying to aim where you are, and then also, like, aim where you're going. By the way, Bluepen's gotta be careful here. Bluepen taking a damage boost there just to skip the red bees there. Another one. It's almost at the end here, trying to play it safe. And makes it. That was a bit nerve-wracking on some of those there. Now this level in particular, I really hate going through casually. Also because these coin guys have a weird hitbox whenever you land on them, because if you go too far forward, they're just gonna bash you right off. So it's hard to gauge sometimes whether you're like, you land on them just right or not. By the way, Bluepen's making short work of this level. Bluepen's just got one more level to go, and then he's on the final boss. This is the second tube level that doesn't require the sled. You have the fun gimmick of reverse controls. I believe someone pointed out like mapping your controller so that it automatically does like reverse controls for this level or something like that is somewhat unethical, though utilizing a mirror for this level isn't. By the way, On Guard makes this level really easy. Ooh, Doumeis taking a hit from the lightning there. Very quick. Oh no, Doumeis took a death on the lightning level. Bluepen's gonna do a team boost jump over there, just to get at the barrel rather quickly. And the robot is already down. Gasp! It was K. Rool this whole time! Dressed as a scientist. I believe Bluepen took an intentional hit there just so they stick with Dixie for this part. But I could be wrong. Anyway, they're making sure they stay as close to these levers and also time the jumps just right so they can bring them down whenever the barrel shows up. Dixie just makes this last boss, like, so easy. Then comes phase 3 here. So far, so good. And on to phase 4. It's almost got the last hit here. And Bluepen finishes in first place with an SRL time of 49:04. I called it, he got a sub 50 minutes on this. That's incredibly quick. Either way, let's see if we can get him in for a bit of an interview while Doumeis is catching up here. Am I looking like he's having just a bit of trouble with the reverse controls here? But either way, got through relatively quickly. Well, Sean, this is an any percent run, not a 100% run. So they're just trying to finish this game as quickly as possible, not get 100%. Yeah, oh, it would take a significantly longer than an 80% run, though it would still be pretty interesting to watch. Let's see how well Doumeis does with final boss here. Oh, Doumeis took a hit there. That's got to do with Kitty Kong. And there we go. Doumeis finishes with a SRL time of 53 minutes and 29 seconds. GG to both Doumeis and Bluepen. All things considered, they were pretty neck and neck up until the end here. Even still, Doumeis wasn't that far behind. Only by like a couple of minutes. By the way, let's see if we can get both of these racers in here. Yeah, getting that Death of the Lightning level is, I think, what sort of ruined his chances there. Then again, that level by no means is easy to go through quickly with that dang lightning. Actually, I think for Bluepen, his tries were 4. Yeah, I'd say all things considered, like, just watching these two go through the game is just really, really entertaining. It's one thing to see, like, 100% speedruns of this game, but it's another thing to see like runners try to just complete this game as quickly as they can. I think I'll give these two just a few minutes here, see if either one of them want to interview. Otherwise, I'm probably just gonna see about ending the race here. Okay, I think that's... Okay, well, I got confirmation from Bluepen. He can't do an interview right now. Not too sure if Doumeis wants to do an interview here. Alright, I think enough time has passed that I would say that neither racers are going to be in for a post-race interview here, and I don't want to be taking up too much time on the speed gaming slots here, so I think for now we're going to end this little race here. So thank you all for tuning in for this small race in the Donkey Kong Country 3 80% tournament. There's going to be another one happening in like an hour or so, and I believe, let me see here. Yeah, the next race is going to be in an hour on Speed Gaming 1, or just Speed Gaming. So if you guys want to see another rather quick 80% race, I tune in there. Let's be sure to give the racers a follow, and I've been Pansnick. I will see you all later.